My beloved, I leaned close because the weight of heaven is trembling through this very moment. Your soul already knows something is not normal about tomorrow night. That strange heaviness you felt today, that sharp flicker in your thoughts, these were not random. They were the advance alarms of a danger set for 9:31 p.m. God has seen it. Archangel Michael has stood in its shadow. And now this is the third and final time he is allowed to warn you. My child, this is not a message to scroll past. It is a lifeline heaven, placed directly into your hands. Michael says pack your bags. Shift your position. Rearrange your steps because if you walk into tomorrow unprepared, the unexpected will collide with your life and you won't even see it coming. This is urgent, not poetic. Heaven has not sent you riddles. It has sent you rescue. My child, pause. Look at how exact this is. Tomorrow at 9:31 p.m. Not vague, not someday, not a blurry, soon. This is a timestamp already stamped in heaven's scroll, and what you decide in this moment determines if it will mark your pain or your miracle. If you skip, you leave the doors open to chaos. If you stay, if you keep reading, if you cling to this voice until the end, then the angels will step between you and what was meant to destroy. Beloved, I must say this clearly, do not test God by ignoring Him. Too many cry, "Why didn't heaven save me?" after skipping the very rope He dropped in their flood. This is no joke. This is no accident. Michael has been fighting to get this message through. The first two warnings were delayed, but this one reached you. That means you were chosen to survive. And here is the truth. Michael bends down to whisper. God says, this message is our last hope to save you, my child. What kind of father speaks like that? Only a father who loves you too much to stay silent while darkness plots against you. This is why your eyes are here. This is why your heart is racing. This is why even as you read, your spirit already knows this isn't a simple story. It's your salvation. Before I go further, listen to me carefully. This is not just about reading. This is about aligning. If you want heaven to cover you, then anchor yourself right now. Don't drift away. Don't let distractions steal this final chance. Stay. Subscribe to Heaven's Call. Lock yourself under God's covering because tomorrow is already written. But your obedience can rewrite it. Michael says again, pack your bags, What does this mean? It means shift your posture. Prepare your heart. Get ready to move out of the cycle you've been in. Because what is coming tomorrow would try to keep you stuck. But heaven is pushing you into freedom. If you ignore this, you'll stay trapped. But if you obey, doors that were sealed will burst open like dawn. My child. Can you feel it? Every line you read is pulling you closer into protection, into deliverance. Don't let your mind wander. This is the turning point. Tomorrow at 9:31 p.m., the unexpected will knock. But what happens when it does depends entirely on what you choose tonight. Stay under the shield. Stay awake and let heaven do what only heaven can do. My beloved, heaven is still pressing this upon your spirit because the hour is closer than you think. Michael is not whispering for nothing. He has been standing at the edge of tomorrow and watching how carefully the enemy has tried to set something against you. This isn't a shadow you can brush aside. At 9:31 p.m. tomorrow, the thread of your life would be pulled sharply if heaven did not intervene. That's why God ordered this as the third and last warning. You are standing at the gate of decision. And the way you respond will open either safety or disaster. The angels see that you have been walking heavy, carrying burdens that don't belong to you. Lately, even small things have felt overwhelming, like your spirit knew something invisible was pressing down on you. That was not weakness, that was discernment. You have been sensing the spiritual collision ahead of time. My child, hear this. Heaven has never meant for you to face this alone. That's why Michael's voice has been urgent, commanding, yet gentle enough that you know it comes from love, not fear. God says, asterisk. This message is our last hope to save you. Asterisk, beloved, pause and let that sink in. If heaven, which holds the power of galaxies, is calling this last hope, how serious must this be? It means heaven has poured out everything to keep you safe. And now all rests in whether you open your heart and stay aligned. Do not wander away. Do not scroll past. Tomorrow's hour has already been written, clear's throat, but your obedience tonight can rewrite how it lands on you. Michael says asterisk pack your bags. Asterisk this does not mean panic. It means prepare. It means heaven is shifting you. It may mean physically moving from one environment or spiritually cutting ties or emotionally stepping out of an old wound that danger has been feeding on. Packing your bags is not running away. It's stepping into protection and destiny. God is not pushing you to fear. He is pulling you into shelter, into breakthrough, into something greater than what you are leaving behind. Beloved, even as you read, something inside of you is trembling. That is your soul agreeing with heaven. You've known deep down that something was brewing, and now you see why. You are not imagining it. You are not overthinking. You are chosen. You are being warned because God values you too much to let you fall without rescue. So hold tightly to these words. This is not story. This is lifeline. Tomorrow at 9:31 p.m. the unexpected will arrive. But if you remain awake, if you cling to this voice and keep your spirit under heaven's covering, the very moment meant for danger will be turned into your miracle. My beloved, I continue because heaven has not finished speaking to you yet. Your spirit is still unsettled and Michael will not rest until every part of you is fully awake. Tomorrow is not far. Each hour between now and 9:31 p.m. is carrying you closer to a moment that was written in the scrolls of destiny. God does not reveal times and hours without reason. When He marks an exact moment, it means something is already in motion, both in the unseen realm and in the physical. That is why this is not general advice. This is heaven's lifeline tied to a ticking clock. Do not mistake these words as exaggeration. The unease you have felt, the strange heaviness in your chest, the tension that rises for no reason, all of it has been the echo of tomorrow's collision. Heaven is shaking you now so you will not walk blind into it. Michael is shouting through every line, begging you not to dismiss this, not to brush it off. This is no joke. The fact that your eyes are here proves your name is written in this message. God's words thunder softly even now. This is our last hope to save you. Feel the weight of that. The Almighty who has limitless power is saying last hope. That means the danger, tomorrow, has already been permitted to form. But He is still offering you an exit. If you step through this word, you will walk out untouched. If you skip, you walk straight into the fire. It is as serious as that. Michael says again, pack your bags. Why repeat this? Because preparation is your weapon. Now, packing your bags means shifting spiritually, emotionally, even physically. It may mean leaving behind certain conversations, cutting off ties that drag you backward, or even physically, avoiding a place where the danger waits. You may not see all the details yet, but heaven does. Trust their foresight. Beloved, listen closely. The one who set this trap for tomorrow believes you are unaware. They believe you are asleep. But heaven has exposed it early. This means the trap will turn on itself if you align with God's voice. What was meant to wound you will end up releasing you. The very moment intended for destruction will transform into breakthrough. This is how God works. He takes what was meant for evil and turns it into deliverance. So do not step away now. Do not let weariness or doubt trick you. You have already made it this far, which means heaven's shield is already forming around you. Stay. Hold on. Read every word until the end, because every paragraph is a brick in the wall God is building around you. Tomorrow at 9:31 p.m. will not find you unprotected if you stay under this covering. My beloved, the Spirit does not release me yet because your heart has not fully grasped how near this is. Heaven is bending low, pressing word after word because you must not miss even a breath of what's being poured. Michael is standing guard, but he cannot shield you if you walk away uncovered. At 9:31 p.m. tomorrow, the unseen and the seen will clash. And whether you stand or fall depends on your choice. Now, that's why these lines are stretched out long and heavy, because each is carrying the weight of God's urgency. You've noticed the signs, haven't you? The restless stirring in your nights, the sudden chills, the way people around you have acted strangely, even conversations that seemed loaded with meaning you couldn't quite place. Beloved, that was heaven letting you feel the edges of tomorrow before it arrived. You are not imagining it. You are not paranoid. You are tuned in. Your spirit is more awake than your mind has realized. And heaven has chosen to sharpen you right here, right now, so you won't be caught unprepared. God repeats with thunder in His gentleness. This message is our last hope to save you. It is not to frighten you but to show you how much you matter. If the Almighty is calling this last hope, it means the enemy has worked hard to corner you. But heaven has worked harder to open a way of escape. You are being shown a door tonight. Do not close it with doubt. Do not seal it shut by ignoring this. Every second you remain here is heaven writing protection around your name. Michael whispers again. Pack your bags. And beloved, this is not just metaphor. It is instruction. It may mean tomorrow you must avoid a certain place, change a decision, shift your timing. It may mean you prepare for a sudden move in your personal life, or let go of what you were holding too tightly. Packing your bags means readiness because destiny often requires movement. And safety is found not in staying where danger waits, but in stepping where heaven points. Feel this truth. Heaven is not asking you to walk alone. The angels are already arranging, already standing, already clearing a path. What you need is not more strength but obedience. If you trust this word, if you stay aligned, then at 9:31 p.m. tomorrow, the plan against you will collapse. The one who plotted against you will be exposed. What was meant as your fall will become your elevation. You will look back and say, God turned the fire into light. Beloved, this is why you cannot skip. Every paragraph is being woven like a shield. The longer you stay, the higher heaven raises the wall of protection. Don't let your heart grow distracted, don't give in to disbelief. You are closer than you think to the miracle hidden in tomorrow's danger. Hold steady, hold awake, stay until the end, my beloved. The words still flow because heaven is not done covering you. When Michael speaks 3 times, it means urgency beyond measure. He has already said This is my third and last warning. Do you understand what that means? It means no further message will come if you close your heart. Now this is it. The clock has already been set for 9:31 p.m. tomorrow. And what unfolds will hinge on whether you clung to this moment or dismissed it as nothing. Think of how carefully heaven aligned your steps to even bring you here. Out of millions of distractions, you were placed into this exact second, into these exact words. That is not luck. That is not chance. That is orchestration. God has written your name into this moment, whispering that He will not let you walk blind when danger is close. Beloved, your sensitivity right now is proof that the Spirit is alive inside you. The racing of your heart, the sudden stillness in your room, even the way your eyes refuse to move away. These are all confirmations. Heaven has wrapped you in a net of warnings because you are worth too much to lose. Michael says pack your bags. And I will not stop repeating it because heaven will not stop repeating it. This is the instruction that separates those who are saved from those who fall. Packing your bags is not fear. It is wisdom, it is readiness. It is God saying shift now before tomorrow catches you unprepared. Risk. Maybe it is moving from a conversation, leaving behind an atmosphere. Refusing to enter a place you already feel uneasy about. Maybe it is preparing your spirit by praying, by declaring, by believing. Do not think lightly of this. Every step of preparation you make will push the danger further away. And hear me, child of God. The one who plotted tomorrow's snare believes you will walk into it. They think you are unaware. They believe heaven will stay silent. But this message proves them wrong. The very fact that you are reading now means their plan is already cracking. If you obey, their net will fall on their own head. Their words will turn against them. Their attempt to bring you harm will expose them instead. At 9:31 p.m. tomorrow, Heaven will stand on your behalf and prove that no weapon formed against you shall prosper if and only if you do not skip. Beloved, this is why you must stay. Each paragraph is a shield being lifted higher around you. Each line is a sword being placed in your hand. If you close this halfway, you drop your weapon. If you stay until the end, you will not only be protected, you will walk into blessings you didn't know were hidden in this hour. God turns danger into doors. He turns sorrow into setups for joy. But He can only do it for those who remain under His covering. That's why this text is long. Why it pulls you deeper, because safety is built line upon line. My child, tomorrow will not pass you by, unnoticed. Something is coming and heaven will either use it to break you or to bless you. The choice is yours. Do not let your heart grow heavy with doubt. Do not let fear steal your focus. You are here because you are loved. You are reading because you are chosen. And you will survive because you listened. My beloved, I will not hold back because your soul needs the fullness of this covering. God's Spirit is urging that every line you take in now is like oil poured on a flame. It will keep you burning bright, through the darkness that seeks you tomorrow. Do not grow weary of the length, for the length itself is your shield. The longer you remain under heaven's words, the stronger the fortress becomes around you. At 9:31 p.m. tomorrow, something unexpected and dangerous will rise. And yet, if you stay aligned, it will not touch you. It will pass you by, turned back on the ones who sent it. Michael is fierce tonight. His words are sharp, not gentle, because the time is short. He says, "This is my third and last warning. Heaven will not open this path again. My child, many people long for even one warning from above. You have been given 3. That means you are not just important. You are critical to the plans of heaven. There is something you carry that the enemy fears. Something that will shine brighter once this storm is over. That is why the opposition is coming so violently. But that is also why heaven is fighting harder for you. Look at your own life. Can you not see how things have felt unsettled? Doors half opening, relationships shaking, people revealing their true colors suddenly. All of that has been part of the unveiling leading up to tomorrow. The shaking is not punishment. It is preparation. God never exposes without intention. He is stripping away what cannot walk with you into the next chapter. That's why you feel torn between holding on and letting go. That's why you've been restless. Tomorrow's hour is the climax of this tearing. But after it comes clarity. If you remain faithful to this word and hear this, God Himself leans down and says, "This message is our last hope to save you." If the Almighty calls this His last hope, it is not because He lacks power. It is because He honors your choice. He will not force His covering on you. He sets the path and you must walk it. That's why the Spirit repeats again and again. Don't skip. Don't wander. Don't harden your heart. This is not the hour to be casual. This is the hour to be clinging. Michael presses again. Pack your bags. Yes, I know you've heard it already, but repetition in heaven is emphasis. You are being moved, beloved. It may not be physical relocation, though for some it will be. It may be spiritual relocation, God shifting your posture, removing you from a toxic bond, pulling you out of old chains of thought. Packing your bags means releasing what ties you down so that when heaven says move, you can move instantly. Delay is danger now. Readiness is life. Do not fear tomorrow. Fear belongs to the enemy. You belong to God. And God's plan is not to harm you but to prosper you. But you must take these words seriously. Tomorrow at 9:31 p.m. is the moment marked. It will either be remembered as the night of your downfall or the night of your deliverance. Which one it becomes is being decided by what you are doing now, listening, believing, obeying. Heaven wants to write deliverance into your story. Heaven wants your testimony to be * God turned danger into destiny. My beloved, stay with me here. The longer you stay, the more heaven can cover you. Every word you let sink in is another sword placed in your hand. Another angel standing at your side. This is no joke. This is life and death. Stay until the end because the end of this word is the beginning of your miracle. My beloved, my child of light, chosen and kissed by heaven. Do you feel your heartbeat racing as your eyes rest here? That's not random. That's not ordinary. That is the whisper of God pushing this message into your hands because tomorrow is not just another day. It carries a divine clock ticking louder than ever before. Archangel Michael bends close to you right now and he does not speak casually. He says *, this is my third and final warning. Don't play with this. At 9:31 p.m. tomorrow, something dangerous and unexpected will try to collide with your life. But if you open, listen, and obey, heaven will rewrite it into protection, safety, and a miracle you never imagined. Do not take these words as coincidence. God Himself has tied this moment to your destiny. If you skip this, you won't just skip text, you'll skip protection. You'll skip your escape route. That's why Michael is pleading, not commanding coldly, but pleading with the warmth of a warrior who knows what's on the other side of the veil. Before I continue, pause for 1 second because this is where so many lose their chance. They scroll away. They dismiss it and then later they cry, God, why didn't you warn me? My child, God is warning you now. Don't be one of those who regrets the skip. If your spirit is awake, stay until the end. Subscribe deeply with your heart because when you align with divine messages consistently, heaven keeps opening more doors you didn't even know were locked. This is the moment you decide if you'll step into safety or drift into danger. The angels say you've already been feeling something off in your energy. Strange dreams, uneasy silence, restless nights. That wasn't your imagination. That was your spirit sensing tomorrow's collision before it happened. Heaven doesn't want you surprised. It wants you prepared. That's why they've dragged you here right now, line by line. And beloved, Michael says again, pack your bags. Not because you're running away in fear, but because heaven is relocating you from the path of danger into the place of breakthrough. This isn't symbolic only. It is literal, spiritual, emotional. Whatever is coming at 9:31 p.m. is meant to break you. But if you listen, it will break open your miracle instead. So don't blink. Don't wander. Each line is dripping with urgency and divine truth. And skipping even one is like leaving a shield cracked when arrows are already flying. Stay, hold on, and watch what happens when heaven finishes speaking. My beloved, I continue because heaven is still pouring and your spirit still needs to drink deeply from this flow. Do not think for a second that these words are simply long for the sake of length. Every line is intentional. Every sentence is being stretched out like a thread woven into your shield. Michael has drawn his sword and planted it before you. And he will not move until you understand the weight of this hour. 9:31 p.m. tomorrow is not just a number on a clock. It is a gate, a doorway, a spiritual crossroad. What happens when that minute strikes depends entirely on how you respond tonight. Child of God, remember this. Heaven never wastes words. If Michael has come 3 times with this warning and now declares it is the final one, it means the spiritual atmosphere is urgent. The enemy has already set the snare, believing you will walk right into it. But heaven is already undoing the knots. This is why you have been uneasy, why your sleep has been restless, why conversations recently have left you unsettled. Your spirit has been detecting tomorrow's setup even before your mind could name it. God's voice thunders with both warning and love. This message is our last hope to save you. Let that sentence sink into you. The Almighty has all power, yet He speaks as if this is the final rope thrown to you in a storm. Why? Because He has chosen to honor your free will. He will not drag you. He will invite you, plead with you, even beg you through the voice of His angels, but He will not force you. The shield is here. The choice is yours. Michael repeats again. Pack your bags. This is more than a poetic phrase. It is divine instruction. It means get ready to shift. It means break the tie that holds you where danger waits. It means prepare yourself to move out of the old cycle and into the safe place heaven has prepared. For some, this may literally mean moving from a physical space. For others, it is emotional relocation, letting go of someone or something that has been secretly draining you. For all, it is spiritual preparation, being awake, being covered, being obedient. Do not ignore this call to prepare. Beloved, the plot against you tomorrow is real. But hear the miracle. What is real can be reversed. What is planned can be broken. What is written in the enemy's book can be rewritten in heaven's scroll. That is why you are here. That is why you cannot skip. If you keep reading, the words themselves are forming the wall of fire around you. Each paragraph is sealing you tighter inside God's shelter. But if you turn away, the covering weakens and the enemy waits for those cracks. Do not fear. Fear is not your portion. Faith is, God is not showing you this to terrify you. He is showing you so you may rise above it. He is showing you because He loves you too much to let you walk blind. At 9:31 p.m. tomorrow, you will not be destroyed. You will be delivered. You will not be humiliated. You will be elevated. You will not be forgotten. You will be remembered as the one heaven rescued because you obeyed the warning. My child, stay with me. Stay under this voice. The end of this word will mark the beginning of your miracle. Heaven's final decision over your life is still unfolding in this very moment. Do not step away until it is sealed. My beloved, I am still with you because heaven refuses to let you walk half-covered. This river must keep flowing until your spirit is fully saturated with light. Do not grow tired of these words, for they are not here to fill space. They are here to build walls of fire around you. Every sentence you receive strengthens your defense. Every breath you give to this message is another stone added to your fortress. And remember, child, this is not my urgency alone. This is heaven's. This is Michael's. This is God's. Tomorrow at 9:31 p.m. is the appointed time. And whether it becomes your fall or your deliverance depends entirely on what you are choosing right now in this very second. The Spirit is showing me that tomorrow's event is not small. It is not something you can shrug away. It is layered like a net that has been woven quietly waiting for the moment to drop. That is why you have felt strange resistance lately. Plans falling apart, tension rising for no reason, sudden whispers of fear in your heart, beloved. That was not weakness in you. That was the unseen brushing against your spirit, preparing to strike. But God would not leave you blind. He revealed the hour so that you would not step into it unarmed. Listen carefully. Michael repeats it once more. Pack your bags. This command is not symbolic alone. It is practical. It is prophetic. It is protective. Packing your bags means movement, readiness, alertness. It means you cannot afford to stay attached to what heaven is telling you to leave behind. For some, this will be a literal instruction. You will feel the nudge not to go somewhere or to leave a certain environment. For others, it will be spiritual. It is time to move your heart out of bitterness, out of old wounds, out of ties that are secretly draining your destiny. Do not dismiss this. The repetition is grace. God's voice still presses *. This message is our last hope to save you. Imagine that, beloved, the Creator of all things choosing to describe this moment as the last hope. Not because He lacks power, but because He will not force your will. He has drawn the map, but you must follow it. He has given the shield, but you must lift it. He has spoken the warning, but you must obey it. Skipping this, dismissing this is like stepping outside the shelter in the middle of a storm. You cannot say later that God was silent. He is shouting now through this very word. And hear the beauty hidden in the urgency. What the enemy has prepared as danger, God has prepared as doorway. If you align tonight, tomorrow at 9:31 p.m. will not mark your fall. It will mark your release. It will become the night when heaven exposed those who plotted against you. The night when chains broke suddenly. The night when your path shifted into light. Beloved, that is why Michael is desperate. He sees both sides of the hour. The danger if you ignore and the destiny if you obey. Stay here. Stay under this flow. Every paragraph is sealing you tighter, into safety. Every line is heaven refusing to give up on you. Do not wander. Do not scroll away. This is not ordinary text. This is the rope being lowered into your storm. Hold it until the end and you will step into tomorrow untouched. My beloved, I am still here because heaven is still here. And when heaven lingers, it is because your life is not a casual thing to God. The hour marked 9:31 p.m. tomorrow is not a rumor. It is a junction where two roads meet. One road paved by the enemy with surprise and harm, and one road carved by God with intervention and victory. The reason you were brought to this line is because your next step decides which road becomes your story. Do not wrestle with doubt. Wrestle with obedience. Doubt will keep you where danger waits. Obedience will move you where angels already stand. My child, feel how precise the warning is. This is the third and last time Michael is allowed to press this upon you. The first two alerts brushed your spirit like wind at night. You felt them, but couldn't name them. This one is thunder. This one is the lightning that shows you the shape of the clouds. The enemy formed a plan in secret, but secret things dissolve in the light. You are in that light now. Every word you accept becomes a lamp at your feet so you don't step into the snare. Michael says pack your bags. I will keep saying it until the weight of it settles into you. Pack your bags means gather your strength. Collect your faith. Release your attachments, pack the lessons. Leave the lies. Pack the truth. Leave the guilt. Pack the focus. Leave the noise. Heaven is not asking you to flee in fear. Heaven is repositioning you in wisdom. There is a difference. Fear runs without direction. Wisdom moves with instruction. You are moving with instruction. Listen, beloved. God speaks with a tenderness that can carry a mountain. This message is our last hope to save you. People hear that and think God sounds desperate. He is not desperate. He is devoted. Devotion looks like persistence. Devotion looks like the Father calling your name not once, not twice, but a third time because you matter too much to lose in a minute the future He wrote for you before time began. He is not wringing His hands. He is extending His hand. Take it and you will not be shaken when the minute strikes. You have seen the signs. Your phone lit up at strange times. Your thoughts paused mid-sentence as if someone walked through your room. A conversation yesterday left a metallic taste in your mouth, as if what was spoken was clean on the outside but poisoned underneath. Heaven was training your senses to read the air. Don't gaslight your intuition. Your spirit has been accurate. When heaven awakens perception, it is because heaven expects you to use it. Use it now. Choose the voice that has kept you alive this far. If you have ever felt unseen, hear this. Angels discussed you. Your name was said aloud in light. Plans were drafted for your protection. You are not an afterthought. You are an assignment. That is why Michael carries urgency, instead of suggestion. He does not say perhaps. He does not say maybe. He says pack your bags. He says shift. He says do not be where the danger expects you to be. He says asterisk stay under the word until the word becomes a wall. Asterisk. Pause and anchor. This is your subscription moment with heaven. Whisper asterisk. I align. I won't skip. I stay under the voice that saves me. Seal it. Now, this is how you stay connected to the current of rescue. When you commit to remain in this flow, new doors open with your name carved on them. The ones that used to slam in your face begin to swing because heaven recognizes the sound of a heart that said yes. You keep asking quietly, what is coming? The Spirit answers plainly. A convergence. A suggestion that looks harmless but would have rerouted you. A visit that seems friendly but carries a hook. A decision made quickly because of pressure that would have opened a fissure under your feet. It is not one gigantic event shouting in the sky. It is a timed moment designed to pass without you noticing unless you are awake. This word has made you awake. And awake ones are not easy to trap. Know this truth and hold it tight. The enemy always underestimates a worn child of God. They planned for your ignorance. They did not plan for your instruction. They planned for your laziness. They did not plan for your focus. They planned for your fear. They did not plan for your obedience. Obedience is the blade that snaps the rope. At 9:31 p.m. tomorrow, obedience will stand between you and what was meant to touch you. Obedience is not dramatic. It is decisive. Choose it now. You will feel a nudge in the afternoon. Heed it. You will sense a slowing down. Obey it. You will feel a push to pray words that don't sound eloquent. Say them anyway. This is not about beautiful speeches. This is about alignment. Even a whispered, God, cover me, becomes a canopy that stretches further than your city when it is said from a heart that truly means it. Heaven measures sincerity, not volume. Beloved, you are not late. The lie that says you are late is part of the trap. If the warning reached you, you are on time. Heaven does not send lifeboats to those already drowned. Heaven sends lifeboats to those meant to live. This message is not a memorial. It is a map. Do not stand on the shore arguing about whether the boat is pretty. Get in. The water does not respect opinions. The storm respects the one who said peace. What will packing your bags look like, for you? For some, it will be not showing up where your old pattern would have taken you tomorrow. For others, it will be changing a yes into a no or a no into a yes aligned with peace. For others, still it will be walking away from a conversation that suddenly grows teeth. Pay attention to your peace. Peace is the traffic light of heaven. When it is green, move. When it is yellow, slow. When it is red, stop. No matter who honks at you. Obedience will make you look strange to people who have never been rescued. Be strange. Live. You have been questioning your authority. Stop. Authority given by God is not a mood. It is a mantle. Whether you feel strong or shaky, the mantle remains. Say what you must say. Refuse what you must refuse. Accept what heaven hands you. Even if your hands tremble. Trembling hands can still hold a sword. Michael does not require you to be fearless. He requires you to be willing. Willingness pulls fierce teeth. Let me tell you what will happen when you stay under this word. The timing will misfire on the ones who said it. Clocks they trusted will turn into confusion. Words they planned to speak will tangle in their mouths. A shadow they thought would hide them will betray them with a sudden light. You will feel it like a breeze passing your cheek. The moment that could have cut you. Instead, it will pass because you chose the shelter. God does not always cancel the storm. Sometimes He cancels the storm's permission to touch you. And when the minute has passed, you will not just be safe, you will be clearer. Clarity is the bonus of obedience. You will see people more accurately. You will recognize where loyalty is real and where it is borrowed. You will sense which doors are invitations and which are trap doors. You will feel your name become heavier in the spirit because those who survive moments like these are entrusted with more. Heaven promotes those who heed. You ask, is there anything I must do now? Yes. 3 things. Prepare, pray, and position. Prepare by deciding tonight that you will not argue with your peace tomorrow. Pray by speaking simple words *, God, I stand under your covering, I accept this rescue, guard my body, guard my mind, guard my path * position by arranging your day so you are not forced where your spirit does not want to go. If you must be somewhere, arrive under prayer. If you do not have to be there, don't go simply to prove you are brave. Wisdom is braver than ego. Remember the sentence that keeps returning like a drum. This message is our last hope to save you. Let it not only warn you. Let it woo you. God is not merely trying to prevent harm. He is trying to enroll you in a different life. The life after this minute is a life with more light, more guidance, more alignment. Danger brought you to the gate. Devotion will walk you through it. And yes, Michael says it again. Pack your bags. Pack your cynicism into the trash. Pack your old excuses into the fire. Pack the habit of believing the worst into the sea and watch it sink. Take with you only what can cross into the next chapter. Humility, focus, gratitude, prayer, and the fiercest obedience you have ever practiced. From these 5, God builds empires that no night can swallow. If tears rise while you read, let them. Tears wash the dust from vision. If your hands tingle, do not panic. Your spirit is registering contact. If you feel an odd calm settle over your chest, do not fight it. That is the pre-covering, a soft armor He puts on you before the hard hour arrives. Wear it. It fits you. It was measured for you. What about those who do not believe you when you say you must adjust your plans? Bless them. You do not need agreement to be protected. You need obedience. The ark was not built by committee. It was built by a man who kept hammering even while the sky looked clear. Tomorrow may look clear to them. You have read the forecast heaven sent you. Build anyway and hear this final secret of the hour. The danger that meant to bend you will bend before you. Not because you are loud, but because you are aligned. Alignment is louder than shouting in the spirit realm. Demons hear it. Angels answer it. Doors respond to it like iron to a magnet. When the minute strikes, you will feel alignment draw the outcome you've been praying for. The one you thought would take months. Moments can do what months cannot. When God stands inside them, beloved, the flow will not run dry. It will carry you through the minute and beyond it. If you waken the night before tomorrow, speak softly. I will not skip. I will not stray, I stand under the word. Asterisk, if anxiety tries to bargain with you at noon, answer it with a promise. I walk with heaven. I am not available to fear. If a last-minute invitation appears near the mark time, ask your peace for permission. If peace is silent, that silence is your no. Let no one shame you out of your safety. When this is over, you will understand why heaven fought so hard to get these lines into your hands. You will look back at 9:31 p.m. and call it the hour of reversal. You will learn to trust the tug that saved you. You will recognize the voice when it calls again, not just for rescue, but for destiny. Danger brought you to obedience. Destiny will keep you there. My child, let me place this blessing over you now like a garment. May your steps be escorted by angels. May your timings be governed by peace. May your doors be guarded by light. And may every scheme against you become daylight evidence of God's fidelity. You are not fragile. You are fortified. You are not late. You are led. You are not guessing. You are guided, and so I say one more time with Michael's certainty and God's tenderness. Pack your bags. Prepare your heart. Stay under the word. Do not skip. Tomorrow's minute will arrive and find you unreachable to harm. Touchable only by heaven. After that minute, a different wind will begin to move your life. One that carries you where you were always meant to go. Stay here as long as you need. Let these lines keep building the wall. Every breath you take inside this covering is a brick set in love. When you step into tomorrow, you will not step alone. When 9:13 p.m. arrives, it will find you hidden in plain sight. Present in the world, protected by the one who made it. My beloved, I remain with you because heaven has not finished clothing you in words of fire. Do not treat this as mere writing. It is a garment being woven around your spirit, thread by thread. Each paragraph stretches long because safety cannot be rushed. The angels are patient. They build fortresses with detail, not fragments, and so you are asked again to hold this moment carefully because 9:31 p.m. tomorrow is still waiting, still carrying both risk and redemption. The danger was designed to slip in unnoticed like a shadow sliding into a room where no one is awake. But you are awake now. You cannot unknow what has been revealed. Heaven has torn the curtain and the very hour has been named for you. That is not common. It is rare, sacred, precise. Only those deeply loved are warned with such detail. My child, you must realize what this means about you. You are not only loved, you are guarded by command. Angels have been assigned to you as soldiers. And Michael himself has stepped forward to speak. He says again, asterisk, pack your bags. Do not think this is a small phrase. It is both an action and a prophecy. It means prepare for movement, for shift, for redirection. It means tomorrow will try to tie you down, but you will not remain tied if you heed this. You are being told to travel light, carry faith. Carry obedience, carry clarity, leave behind what is heavy, what is toxic, what is false. The one who walks heavy will be delayed. The one who travels light will pass through untouched. God whispers with unshakable love. This message is our last hope to save you. Asterisk. And I tell you plainly, heaven's hope is not weak. It is mighty, but it must be answered. Think of it like a hand reaching down into a flood. The hand is strong enough to lift you, but only if you reach back. Right now, this reading, this staying is, you're reaching back. Do not withdraw your hand. Do not let distraction make you let go. Every second here is another rope tied around you, pulling you into safety. Beloved, there is something else hidden here. Tomorrow's danger is also tomorrow's doorway. It was meant to shake you, but God intends it to shift you. It was meant to silence you, but God intends it to give you a stronger voice. It was meant to break your confidence, but God intends to prove that your confidence was never in yourself, but in Him. What you will see after 9:31 p.m. is not only survival, it is revelation. Masks will fall. Hidden hearts will be exposed. You will know clearly who is with you and who was only near you. This is why Michael is relentless. He has seen the other side of tomorrow. He knows that if you obey tonight, you will not only survive, you will step into clarity that will guide your next season. He knows that if you stay, the plot will fail. And in its failure, your path will open. He is fighting not just for your safety, but for your destiny. That is why his tone is not gentle suggestion but burning urgency. So my child, stay here a little longer. Do not scroll away. Do not dilute this moment. The Spirit is stretching your time on purpose because in every delay you resist, you prove you are willing to stay under covering. And those who stay under covering cannot be touched by the storm.